The footage starts from the victim's vehicle's perspective on the busy N4 highway. Traffic is moving normally when suspect vehicles, a white sedan or similar, begin maneuvering aggressively. One car boxes in the victim's vehicle, forcing it to stop on the side of the road or in traffic. This is a classic highway ambush tactic used in South African cash-related robberies. Multiple armed suspects jump out of their vehicles with firearms drawn, handguns and rifles visible. They approach rapidly, shouting commands. Shots are fired almost immediately to intimidate the driver. The suspects force open doors to gain access. The motorist is overpowered quickly. No prolonged resistance is shown, suggesting compliance to avoid escalation. Once with access, the gang grabs the cash, bag holding 450,000 rand. This was likely a targeted hit, possibly based on tip-offs about cash transports. The operation is coordinated and fast, lasting under a minute to minimize risk from passing traffic or police. The suspects pile back into their getaway vehicles and speed off to evade pursuit. The victim's car is left damaged, with the driver possibly injured or traumatized.
The video begins with 4 robbers forcing their way into the home. They appear coordinated, dressed in casual clothing to blend in, and quickly breach the entry point. The cameras capture them scanning the immediate area for alarms or occupants, moving with purpose to minimize exposure. Once inside, the group splits up slightly to cover more ground efficiently. One robber focuses on electronics, unhooking a wall-mounted TV and preparing it for removal. Another targets portable items like laptops, which are grabbed from a desk or table. The actions suggest prior scouting or familiarity with typical home layouts in the area, as they prioritize high-value, easy-to-carry goods. With their haul secured, the robbers regroup and head back toward the entry point. They carry out the stolen items, TVs under arms, laptops in hands, and jewelry concealed, and exit the home rapidly. The cameras capture them fleeing the property, likely to a waiting vehicle nearby. The entire operation wraps up in under 5 minutes, a hallmark of professional or experienced burglars aiming to evade detection or response from neighbors or authorities.
The next scene is just heartbreaking, as you can almost see the moment the young girl starts to panic after realizing what was about to happen. Another clown targeting a lady with a baby in broad daylight. This is the risk faced by many civilians in South Africa on a daily basis. The clown acted like he was abandoning the shameful act, but what he was about to do next is absolutely disgusting. Gas station stops can turn hectic in South Africa. This driver in the white car was filling his tank, not knowing what was about to happen in a second. The clown coming out of that blue sedan is about to cause havoc in a moment. These robbers were driving around, targeting everyone they could set their eyes on. They tried to hijack the stopped vehicle, but the driver reacted quickly. They then went for the man with his 2 children before their final act. The driver of the truck was not so lucky as they turned their guns towards the unsuspecting man. He decided to abandon the truck and run for his life, knowing the unpredictable nature of these culprits, mostly when firearms are involved. He even warned another unsuspecting driver who was driving straight into the chaos. A delivery man had just arrived at his destination, but unbeknown to him, he was being watched from a distance, and things were about to escalate pretty quickly. The man was robbed of all his possessions, including the bike. This is a consistent problem for these delivery drivers who are often targeted by gangs in areas they do these deliveries. He now had to explain to the customers what had just happened and find a way to get home after such a traumatic experience. These culprits spotted a luxurious vehicle parked, and they decided to strip the expensive car right on the spot. Their main target were the expensive weed. This is a consistent fear owners have, mostly if one's vehicle is often parked on easily accessible areas. The feeling of walking out to find your vehicle sitting on plates is just awful. Another reason why parking your vehicle in a public area can be risky in South Africa. The man inside the vehicle had just arrived at a location, and he was now preparing to exit his vehicle. Right behind him, another vehicle was stopped, observing his every move. That man walking past was not just walking, but observing the target. The owner came out of the vehicle, not knowing the sinister plan being executed in broad daylight. That vehicle stopped right behind had culprits waiting for him to leave the scene. Once the culprits realized that the man was gone, they went straight into action. They broke the window and took the valuables the man had left on the seat.
A jewelry store employee gets the fright of her life when 5 men come into the store and do this. The armed group removes the employee and continues to rob the jewelry store. The 5 armed men take off with $1 million, equivalent to approximately $52,000.
In South Africa, one doesn't just stop at a traffic light without checking their surroundings. A clown can just jump out of anywhere in full circus mode. His phone was snatched in seconds, and he was left speechless trying to piece together what had just happened.
Dashcam footage captures a driver's unexpectation when he notices a man doing this. While holding onto the truck, the persistent thief even tries to smash the window. The length this man goes to is commendable, and what a miracle the thief is holding onto the truck at that speed.
In this case, the culprits targeted a lady who was filling her tank at a gas station. We first see a small white vehicle coming to a stop with the owner preparing to pay for gas. The attendant starts to serve the woman, not knowing what was coming next in a few moments. The vehicle had already been targeted by some dangerous culprits just a few yards away. The culprits can be seen walking towards the driver's side of the vehicle as things were about to escalate further. They were now demanding for the lady to exit the vehicle at gunpoint. She had no choice but to comply in this critical situation with her life on the line.
Phone yako. Okay. Phone. Dala phansi. Hola. Dala phansi. What's the friend?
This was a delivery driver being robbed and hijacked by these clowns in South Africa. They had caught the man by surprise and managed to take the vehicle and some of his valuables.
First purpose. Choose yang ini. Ya, gas bersuap lah. Ini pasal. Kabang. Ya, so dapat lah. Umadang. Kasih ma phone. Ya, betul phone pa. Fulan dah. Fulan. Deposit sini sepanjang. Betul lah, ya phone. No, pero es posible así que nggak ila pangaparat siaga naman siya kanya siaga na dapat sa ipanan go seven so lepan yabo do na pa to sa skatera ko ya si manje tayo kung mo to buhay lang ako ala
They were now trying to communicate on the phone, possibly giving directions to the other culprits on their current location. They had no idea this was all on camera with their faces on full display. This should be enough for the cops to identify these culprits and make arrests, but this is never guaranteed in South Africa due to inconsistencies and incompetence in the system.
While on a delivery, a trucker's normal day ends in chaos when he spots a group of people, and this happens. Unlucky for the truck driver, these thieves are armed, and he has no choice but to listen and watch what unfolds. It is unclear whether the thieves got the truck as the video ends abruptly. A group of thieves decides to rob what they thought to be an empty house. While the others are inside, the lookout gets nervous because it turns out somebody is also there. And this happens.
দুটো কাস্টমার আর কি, দুটো কাস্টমার। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ दादा सिगरेट काटून नाही सिक्युरिटी घ्या कोई करम बघ रखो सिक्युरिटी काय करम बघ रखो मेमोरी आहे